Hi folks, welcome to my Retro Journal. Today's video, it's my 2-year anniversary, and I always like to do something special on my anniversary. Last anniversary I did a Q&A about my channel. What I want to do today is actually do a video on how I do videos. So what tools I use. It's pretty low tech operation in many ways. I use my cell phone, my iPhone as a camera. It's pretty good. It's not, I don't have a special camera yet. I do some sound filtering. I do some video editing or filtering, and then I do some video editing, and then put it all together and write a blurb, create a picture, and then put it all load it up on YouTube. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do today, is just kind of show you how I edit my videos to create them. So let's do that. So let's go on my Windows machine, and I'll show you. I'm going to tape a small 30-second piece of video because it's going to go nice and fast, and then I'll show you how I would sort of clean it up on my computer. All right, let's do that. So the first thing I had to do is copy over the two movie files from my phone. And so the first thing I usually do is run Free Video Volume Booster. I do use Audacity, but I find that Free Video Volume Booster does a better job upping the volume, and I usually do it by about 12 decibels. And it just doesn't clip as much as if I use Audacity, and I'll demonstrate that. So I'll just hit Optimize. And this is going to go relatively quickly, because these are very small audio files. Here we go. By the way, note that it looks like I'm running like Windows 3.1. It's actually Windows 7. I will be updating pretty soon to probably Windows 10. What I use right now for I use Movie Maker, so I'll probably end up having to use a different Movie Maker. So let me get rid of it. So usually I have these 4 template files as a template, and I copy them. I've already copied them for this video, so I'll just delete that. Now that I've had these boosted, I'm going to put these originals away, just because I don't like to muck with the original ones. Okay, so first thing I do is I just up these by about 12 decibels. So I usually rename them so that I know what I've done to them. And then the same goes for this one. And then the next step is to actually go in and use Audacity. And generally what I do is I have this tool, FFmpeg, which actually takes combines audio and video, so I need that. So I'll copy this into the binary one, because that's where those are, and I usually put this on the desktop. And so in here is where and the reason I put this on the desktop is because I have to open the command shell, and it's easier just to CD into that. So then I open Audacity. It's one of my favorite tools to use. It's a pretty high quality tool. I use it a lot for the ZX81. So I'm going to import the first one was 12, the image 2180, and that's on the desktop under binary. So this one. And before I do this, let me. I'm going to quickly go back to the original one here. And I'm just going to stick this one in here just temporarily, just to show you the difference in, because you can use Audacity to also up the volume. So right now it's not up, but if I select and go under Effects, Amplify, and I do 12 decibels, you can see that it looks pretty similar, except right here is an example of where this one just does a better job. So here it actually had to clip the audio. And I just listening to the differences, but otherwise they're pretty close. So yeah, I just use Video Volume Booster. I think it just does a slightly better job. So let me go back into Bin and move this original one back to Other, since I don't want to mess with it. All right. And so back here, the first thing I do is if you listen to this, what's my volume like? It should be. Let's make it a little louder. 30, and let's see if you can hear what this sounds like. So again, I'll make it a little louder just so you can hear. Make it at 50 perhaps, just to hear the. So yeah, that's a lot of background noise. So usually what I do is I go under Effects, Noise Reduction, and I get the noise profile. Then I select the whole thing, and then I do it again. And again, I saw a video on YouTube on how to do noise reduction. They kind of gave these values, although I might have mucked with one of them, maybe the frequency smoothing. So I do this, and now you'll hear that the background noise much lower. And so let me put this at normal volume. Usually it's about at 27, something like that. So now if I run this,
okay,
so you can hear there's not much. I actually don't want it completely silent. So yeah.
Okay, just a short clip.
So that's a nice. So now I'm going to export it, and I'm going to rinse and repeat for the other file, which is only about 10 seconds. So this one's 30 seconds. So again, I mark it as noise reduction 12, sensitivity 6, frequency 5, and save it. And then I repeat that for the other file. Import. Oh yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one. Notice on this one, I can actually expand this out there a bit, maybe too much. But notice on this one that it has a little bit of a kind of me inhaling. So usually what I do in that case is I can take maybe a second of good audio. So there's like a second right here, and let's see what this sounds like. Yeah, that's nice. And again, 11.5 so you get an exact second. Copy that. Now usually, so it ends at 444. Sometimes when you copy a second over another second, it actually does. I'm going to do this so you can see what I'm doing. And then here you can just change this to 1 and then paste over this. So now you have a nice transition. Yeah. And again, it is actually shorter now. So usually what I do in that case is you have to go one extra, paste, and now you're back to 444. So it just sometimes does that. All right, so now I have a new noise profile, and I can I have a new intro. Get the noise profile, and then reduce the noise. And again, this is going to be nice and so nice and quiet. Export that, and I'll be done with my. Again, this is also going to be noise reduction 12 at sensitivity 6, frequency 5. Say, there we go. And close this and close that. Nope. So now I have these two, and what I do is I'm going to open up a command shell, and then I have to, if I just cd to desktop, and then bin, it brings me right where I need to be, and I can run the command ffmpeg. And generally, input is going to be the first original image file, and then also the MP3 file I just created, and I'm going to do a vcodec copy and an audio codec copy, and then the mapping is going to be from the first file and for the video, and then from the second file the audio, and then into a new MP4 file. And it goes pretty quickly, and so that creates this file. So I'm going to copy this over into my video directory. That's this guy right here, and listening to it.
Okay, just a short.
Yeah, that works. So I can get rid of these two. And again, repeat for the next one. And the next one is actually pretty simple because I just have to change one thing, which is the number 0 to number 2. And I should really create a script. Sometimes I have like 6 or 7 of these files I have to put together, but this is just a simple example. And does the same thing. Again, minimize this, move this file in here as well. Check it out.
And a quick.
Yeah, so we're good. So we have our audio. combined with a video. So now we can put, we can close this. We can put this back under Tools here. And, oh, no, we can't because we actually have to close this. Move this in here. Done with Audacity. All right, so the last thing I want to do is if you look at this original file right here, you notice I have a KitKat bar.
Just a short clip
and
to show you.
I want to take the KitKat bar out. So I'm going to show you how I can zoom in using VLC is a nice media player that lets you do all sorts of things. And in fact, I'm actually using the media player. You can see I have two running. If I close this one, I'm actually using it to record this video as well. And it gives me a nice way to record and control over it. But I can also use this as a tool. So if I load the video, so I can just drop it on here. And you can see that it's running the video.
Just a short clip to show you how I would edit some of the stuff in this
there we go.
particular video clip.
What I can do is pause it. If I want to get rid of that, effects filter, I can go video effects, cropping, and so if I play with the cropping, I can, for instance, say give me 50, and that'll start. So what happens for 150? No, it's so 192 because it's 1920 would be 10%, and that actually gets rid of it nicely, which makes the bottom one easy. 108. Yeah. So that, and this just lets you see what it looks like, and you can run through and see. Like sometimes I have something that maybe I don't want to have in the video, or I want to zoom in. So again, it's cropping is kind of nice. And so then what you have to do actually is you have to add the cropping. You go to Preferences, you go All, and under Filters, you're going to go Crop, and then you add those values that you just figured out. So 108 for bottom, and 192 for... And now you save that, but there's one. I forgot to do one more thing here. So going back to All again. So again, I just did the video filter for crop, but I should have also gone under here, and then you select video cropping. And what that does is it's going to add the this crop add. So now I have what I want. So now I go under Media and do Convert Save. I add the file I want, which is this file right here. And I go under Convert. I have this selected, and so under Video Codec, I want to choose MPEG-4, and then for audio, I just want to keep the original audio track. So really, I'm just trying to, so I've already selected that, but you have different choices. I found that MPEG-4 gives me what I want, and this stays the same. I don't do anything with resolution. I have it 1920, 1080. Oh, and then filters, I got to go in here and select video crop filter, right? So that's the important thing to do under filters. You want to make sure you do that because otherwise it's not going to it's not going to crop. So then you save, and then you want a destination file. And generally, I'm just going to take that file right here, and I'm going to add the word crop to it, and save that. And it's going to generate this for me. And it's actually going to do it pretty quickly, but I might fast forward over this a little bit. All right, and it's finished, so I can close. Did it finish correctly? Yep, I can close this. And so now what I have is I have the cropped one right here, and you can already see by the thumbnail that it's cropped.
Okay, just a short clip to show you.
So I got rid of the candy bar. Everything else still works. And I can actually get rid of the original volume booster one. So now I've done all these things that I need to do here. I can finally open Movie Maker, and I can start importing both of these. So these are the two that I want in here. And it's going to take a little bit to actually put it in. So I'll fast forward over that. All right, so this time can sometimes take a bit of time. So the first thing I do is I sort of look... And I kind of want about so this goes at 5 seconds. So I kind of want to go to about 6.5, which is kind of where this is. I go under, if there's more, I'll crop it out, and then I go under animation. And this is my sort of intro, so you can see that it says, and it has a hi there, welcome to.
Okay, just a short.
So the other thing is for the text, I've already thought about what I want to write here. And I was going to call it, and so I use Word just to make sure I spell it properly. So just a demonstration for techniques. So I always use a word just to make sure I don't misspell it. And let's see if this, so does that. So is that, just a demo. No, it's actually, that looks okay, but I don't actually, I can do it this way. Yeah, there we go. That's better. And then kind of move it down and center it. There we go. And get rid of these last remnants of the, and so then here I can center it nicely here, and that'll give me a nice intro. Just a demo. Yep. And so then I have another transition sort of a little further down. And so here, what I do with these transitions is I take about a second from, so this is 3850 to about 3750. There you go. I split and remove. I do the same on this side. All right, so this thing here says,
together with some effects. So,
Yeah, so I want to have a transition. So here it's 3303. We want it to go 3403. That's right there. Split it again. Remove it. It does jump around a lot. So then I can use the animation. And my favorite one is the zoom in for this right here. There we go. So let's see what this sound looks like. So I'll start here.
I might have accidentally left in. Clean up some of the background noise. Try to sort of increase the volume of my video, and then sort of edit it together with some effects. So and a quick close-up shot just
right,
to.
So there's your effect, and then finally at the very end, I'd like to. I think the last 2 seconds of 41, so 43:27 is right here. Split, remove, and then I can do a closing scene, which is under visual effects. I can sort of just do a fade out, and I'll just go.
And a non-close-up shot. All right.
And it fades. The other thing, maybe I'll add some text sometimes. So if I go in here and say.
Okay, just a short clip to show you how I would edit some of the stuff in this particular video clip.
So, showing edits, ... And again, I actually would take this into my Word. I don't even trust small segments and just make sure there's no spell errors. And then for this one, I would say 3 seconds, depending on the length. And usually it's outline and black outline and a single line. So that comes across pretty well. So then it looks something like this.
I would edit some of the stuff in this particular video clip. I might try to get rid of the candy bar.
I might get rid of pauses. So here's like the so I could get rid of that. So what I can do generally is if there's an animation going on, that sometimes it becomes tricky, but sometimes it works. So let me just do a split here and see what this looks like. And so if you can see this jump a little, but it kind of works.
Or that I might have accidentally left in, clean out some of the background noise.
Yeah. So that sort of works. So let's say that I'm done doing this, and I can get a better look at it if I stay extra small. It gives me the whole video. And so I've done my transitions. And so now what I would do is save it, and then I would spin it. Save movie high definition, and I'll speed through this as well. And under video, I usually call it something like 8-bit retro YouTube. And this is my 102nd video, 103rd. And then I would also add in DP12 and our 12S6F5 crop, just so I know all the things I've done to it. So I'll go ahead and spin this, and I'll speed up. This is not going to take long, but I'll speed through this so you don't have to wait. And it's finished, so I'll close this and close it here. And I'll show you what it looks like. So here it goes. I'll play the 40-second clip.
Okay, just a short clip to show you how I would edit some of the stuff in this particular video clip. I might try to get rid of the candy bar that I might have accidentally left in, clean up some of the background noise, try to sort of increase the volume of my video, and then yeah, sort of edit it together with some effects. So yeah, and a quick close-up shot just to show you how I would do transitions between a close-up shot and a non-close-up shot. All right.
And so that's how I do my video. And then, of course, I also, for the thumbnail, I actually, because I don't have Adobe, I'll take something like maybe this video right here. I'll throw it in here, and I'll move this. I'll remove the additional part here, and kind of end this at... make it a little bigger again, medium, I guess. And then here, yeah, I might just add a title that says something like, cool QL graphics or something like that. And I can then, once it's done, I can place it. And then what I will do is I will spin that. Right, so I'll make a movie out of that, and then I'll play that movie. I'll take a screenshot. And then I have my my template here that I can edit and paint, and I can literally I need to change the view here to zoom out a little bit, like to 50. But then I paste it over, and I know that I know I need to get it into this dimension, 1312 by 740, and that gives me, that's why this is all red. So I replace all this with the picture that I've taken a screenshot from, so that it fits into here, and then do my text, and I'm good. I upload it, and that's how I do videos. And so just wanted to share that with you, just to show you, how I create my videos. It's not, there's better software out there, and I think once I move up to Windows 10, I will probably sort of change what I have. But, right now I'm used to using that, and so that's what I've been doing. I hope you enjoyed sort of seeing how I create my videos. And yeah, been doing this now for 2 years. Probably should find eventually move on to a different camera, maybe different software. But it's worked for me so far, and it's been pretty. Once you know how to do something, it becomes pretty low overhead. So that's why I continue doing it. In any case, it's my 2-year anniversary, so I'm gonna eat this Kit Kat that I included in my demo video. Because I really like these mint dark chocolate Kit Kats. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.